Yo, welcome in, everybody. So we're going 1 hour into stream is when the ID is happening. When it's happening. Yes, I did find it off stream. You say it doesn't count. I don't care what y'all say, because this is my own goal. It's my own white whale, as they say. So I'm hoping it could. 1 in 9 chance. So 12.5% chance, whatever the math comes out to. 12% chance, 11%, whatever the math is, for it to be a Tyrell's Might. So I found this. Well, why don't I show you the clip? So yeah, that's it. Yeah, we'll show you the clip, even though I'm gonna be blasting this on my page regardless. I'll probably put a little clip video up. I'll probably it'll be in the drop probably video and stuff like that. So let me get around to it. Whoop. Hopefully that timer still counts. So I'm running Terrorized Trav. You can see it right here. Terrorized Trav. Whoop. We need my ugly little mug over on the side here. So I'm off stream, so there is obviously not me. I battle order up. We'll skip a little bit ahead. I'm taking out this pack. Hold up. So I come out here to take out these guys. This one dude right here. You see these other monsters running up? Watch these very closely, because it didn't even come off of him right there. You see nothing? I didn't have the items up yet, but watch this. See these hammers flying around after I teleport away? Watch this right here. See that? That's the Tyrell's Might, the alleged Tyrell's Might, flying off of a random monster. Because it's terrorized, these should all be high enough level, even though the drop odds are like super low for it to fall off one of these monsters, a sacred armor that's unique anyways. It still could be it, and I don't really notice it. I ID like the good stuff. There's a small charm here. Want to CC Cruel Colossus Sword of Quickness, possibly, nope. And then I moved it over here. Luckily I came to double check down over here, and I was like, what? So yeah, I don't know if there was a point there. I think you could read it at one point if you watch really low at the bottom. When I move around here, you can see right when I flip the words up. I'm trying to make sure, right? Oh, I thought you could. Right here. You see it right in the lower corner there? It says Sacred Armor. I didn't notice it, of course. That's hidden. That's hidden down there. Travis fake until proven otherwise, right? So you can just barely see it out of the corner of the window right there. So yeah, then obviously I don't worry about that. But yeah, that's how I found it, off of a random a random zealot in Terrorized Trav.
I have returned from much medical issues to see that you probably have Tyrells.
Oh,
here's my Bezos bucks for luck. Happy to be back.
Oh, Fear, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. 15 months, you legend. By the way, welcome in, everybody. Sorry, I was going over that, so I kind of got lost track a little bit. The timer resets every time it closes, huh? How do I set that differently? So let's see, shutdown source when not. So am I supposed to click these or no? There must be a setting. I don't know where those are at. I don't know where these are at. Trying to find the proper setting right here. Just give me one quick second. Ah, this one. There we go. Found it. All right, so it's gonna be. Hold up. I'm not a timer expert here. 1 hour from right now. 1 hour from right now. Now I could change the time and all that stuff, but what you gonna do? Could be. So yeah, I figured it out. Maybe. So we're gonna run Just some chaos, I think, until the timer's up. Yeah, I had a setting wrong. This is a brand new. I never had a timer up here before. I wish it had. I wonder if I could change the settings live, like if it had a black outline or something here. I know you can do it. Where is the skill outline? Save. Did that do anything, or did it break everything? There's no outline. It's not there. Why is there no outline? One more quick second. Doesn't look like it did anything. One more quick second. Okay. Supposedly I made the outline. It should have a fat black outline on it. It does not. It absolutely does not. So we'll just lower the timer to 50 minutes from now, just because I feel like that's about how long it's been. And we'll call it a day. We'll get to slaying a little bit before we... There's supposed to be a huge black outline on the text here, but it doesn't look like it did anything. Oh well, it'll be fine. Maybe we'll just go like this so it's easier to see. Sure. Alright, yeah, sorry with all that talking and trying to figure stuff out. I didn't get to the comments earlier, but do appreciate y'all. Find a second and ID both. I did. I mean, it's a dumb thing to even try to do, but I did think it for a second, like, oh, I should try to find another one. So like, it's guaranteed to be. Of course, that's even a ridiculous thought to even have. So change the color of the timer. You can. I thought about doing red or something, but I didn't want it to be too crazy. It's supposed to have an outline on it, but I don't know. I literally just got it like just before I went live, and I never really do timers for any reason, so I thought about almost doing like my run counter timer, or I did actually back in the day get like a speed run timer, but I haven't used that in so many years that who knows. 100% finding another one this hour, allegedly. It might happen, who knows. Mr. Unknown, welcome in over there on Twitch and YouTube. What's going on, Cindy K? Welcome in. Brad Piddle hits the let's go emotes. Love to see it. Head's shining so beautifully. I did notice it was shining a lot right now, yeah. Looking nice. 50 minutes till the title of the stream. 50 minutes till the title of the stream. I thought about putting text over the timer, but I thought the title of the stream would be enough for people to figure out, but not sure. 50s! Oh, 40s. I should just find 12 sacred armors, identify them all. True story. Didn't somebody do that before? Like, didn't Dabrunski do an identification of, like, someone sent him their character files, but they just, like, absolutely blasted, like, 25,000 pit runs or something with an item find barb? Like, that's just what they like to do. And they sent him the files and he ID'd them, and, like, I can't remember if they were... What happened with that, though? If none of them were Tyrell's Might, or if he got, like, a couple Tyrells, I can't remember. But there was, like, 20 unique sacred armors or something. Something like that back in the day. Did he get Tyrells? We got the countdown over there. Countdown to the identification. I deserve Tyrell, says Taste Buds. Kind of? I definitely wish I could do it, and I feel like I should have found it by now. But if you think of like the sacred armor numbers, I'm exactly the number of unique sacred armors on average it is between Templars and Tyrells. I'm almost exactly statistically on average at the moment. I've found 8, and it's supposed to be 1 out of 9 from what I remember hearing. I don't know how scientific that number is, but that's what the number I had always heard, I think. Sounds enough definitive to me, though, to be truthful. Must ID in Act 4 right in front of Tyrael's. IDing his armor, like, you will never get this. Just ID that Tyrael's might walk over to Charcy and sell it. Maybe. I also might not do that. It's impossible to say right now if I'm going to do that or not. Impossible to say. Leandro says, yeah, it was the Brunsky. Yeah, I remember you would have been seeing you in chat back in those days as well. I think. What am I doing? So yeah, anyone who jumped in here more recently, this is the sacred armor. This counter right here, that's when I'm identifying this, so. I found it at Terrorized Trav off of a random monster, not even one of the council people. But it was so it was a max leveled, like the highest level terror zone you can have. So it should be able to be either one. Clip at the 2-minute mark of stream. Good call on that one, Biff. Good call on that one. I kind of pull it up and talk about it a little bit. No, Andy, not sure on the ladder reset stuff yet. Nope. I just kind of wait. I mean, you'll definitely hear stuff about it if you follow like Annie Diablo 2 YouTube channels or anything like that. 100% you'll hear about it. Or join the Discord, you'll definitely hear about it. Link in one of those panels there on Twitch. Marty, what's going on? Yo. You know what? I want to look at I want to watch the clip again. I know I went over it at 2 minutes, but I want to look at it again. So this is the clip right here of me doing the terrorized Trav last night. Let's just skip forward a little bit because I'm going out to Trav. I go in here. I'm taking out the big pack, just spinning up the hammers. You know, I don't usually play off stream like at all, because I'm always worried about something like this happening. But it'll be fine. It's no big deal. So I go take out this one monster here, this one guy. But maybe watch like this guy right here. He gets taken out. Nothing special. I teleport away to go finish off the console. Hammers are still spinning. They're still spinning but I'm gone. Still spinning. Oh, what's this? What's this armor flying through the air? Down it goes. Let's go back one more time. Spin, spin, spin. He gets taken out. I run away because it's over. Armor up, flipping, down it goes. Now I don't have the items up yet, but watch this one. Watch this one. I'll pull the items up. Watch right here. You can't see nothing, but as I run around and watch right here. Oop. Imagine if I didn't go back and check that. That's how close. That's how close it could have been for me missing a unique sacred armor. If I wouldn't have realized that those hammers were still spinning and that maybe they killed something after I moved, I came back down here. I was like, oh, crazy. Just crazy. Fate, right? The gods of sanctuary smile upon the devious evilness of me slaying so much. I don't know. But yeah. It's gonna hit. I mean, it's got to, right? Eventually, one of these times it has to be Tyrael's, right? Right? Countdown is when I identify the armor. That's the whole point of the countdown. Maybe I'll have to put some text over there. Because people just assume the countdown's for nothing, I guess. So, Mac, peace out. can't hang around. You'll see a clip about it, I'm sure, at some point on my channel. Oopsie. 666 says, I fear no, man. The only thing I fear is high runes dropping off screen. No, I definitely got it. Definitely got it. This one, there's almost no doubt in my mind this is a Tyros. I'm like 100%. I can feel it in my stomach. I can feel it in my gullet. Feel it in my toes. Every hair follicle on my head, I can feel it. Wait a second. Farm TZ Andy. Oh, I never thought about trying that. Is it like, is that a good place to find, like, rare uniques and stuff, you say? To terrorize Andy? Huh. I mean, I guess I could try it. I don't know. Seems like a lot of work. Kaboom. Small charm. No good. I am slightly joking around, by the way. I definitely do terrorize Andy when it comes up. Yeah, Glibberish. I'm not even sure when it happened. Maybe I did hear a noise drop is maybe another reason why I went back and checked. But yeah, I definitely do hear some of the sounds and go check some stuff. Betting pool on whether it's Tyraels or not. Sounds like a good way to get in trouble with the National Gaming Commission. Nah, I don't know. Fred, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. Polar Bear says now they want to play again. Now you want to play again. Move this over here. I can't see the countdown where I'd chat at. Why not? We'll take these guys out first. When was the last time I found a sacred armor? So before this one, it really hadn't been that long. Not even a month, probably. Maybe about a month, I guess. There was a streak there where I hadn't found one for like 4 months or something. Or it could have been even 5 or something. I'm not even sure, but... about a month ago I found one. Maybe even... yeah, about that. The countdown is for the title of the stream. Chances of being Tyraels? I thought it was 1 out of 9 was the numbers I had heard. I don't know how scientific that was determined though. Secret countdown for something, yeah. I guess if someone said on Twitch, because I didn't change the Twitch title. I usually just set the Twitch title to whatever build I'm playing at the time. That'd make more sense. $401k giveaway. Yeah. Who needs 600 bucks? $600 401k giveaway. In. It might shock you, but Sweet Phil LLC doesn't have a great 401k match program. So. Shocker, huh? Shanaritza saying, need to see Phil rocking that Tyraels. Yeah, I definitely have to come up with some build to throw around. I know there's definitely some that it works out on. Haven't looked into it a ton. I've seen some people pretty much using it a little bit on everything, to be honest. Just because people always want to come up with an excuse to use it because it's so rare. Sometimes people do anyways. But yeah. Yeah, I think I'll have to put some text over there. I never thought that people would see the title of the stream being identifying Tyrell's Might in this amount of time, and then see a timer and not know that I was identifying the Tyrell's Might in that amount of time. But apparently, you know, there's sometimes in life you just never know what people can figure out on their own or not. I have to put some text over the timer here so people know what's going on, I guess. Make a blue spec, only blue gear, huh? Only blue gear. Biv says, Sweet Phil LLC can't even afford good brands of gum. Yeah, right, I get the best stuff. Zebra stripe only. Here at Sweet Phil LLC, we only choose zebra stripe gum. One chew, two chews, three chews, gum has no flavor. But those 3 chews of the gum was delicious. Burning essences. Okay, what text do we have over here already? Can I steal some? Nope, no text. I don't put text on the screen very often, apparently. I don't even know. Text. There we go. I was like, where is it? Sure, whatever. We gotta go text. Countdown to identifying unique sacred armor. Felt close enough. Now, this is the most important thing. What text, what font did I use? Nope, don't like it. This is going to be like a 1 second, do something a little bit better. A little bit better. Sure. Bold. There. Okay. Close enough. Now people can tell what's going on. If I find another one live, does it have to wait as well? Undetermined. You know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'll tell you that much. Odds are unlikely that in the next half hour I'm going to find another unique sacred armor, but you know, it's possible. It could happen. Comic Sans, or it's going to be Templars. Uh-oh, well, I don't want it to be Templars, so now let's leave it. Everybody in chat right now, everybody put your favorite font. Ooh, well, lightning fire, nothing else really, but stacking up the words like that was certainly a choice. Well, I didn't want it to be running all, like, be super wide, and then I'd have to make it super small to not cover up half the screen. So I just have it down the side. Boy, can't do anything right here, huh? Apparently can't read the words if one's stacked on top of the other one now. My gosh. This dumb streamer can't do anything right. Wingdings, let's go! That is S tier right there. Yeah. What did I do? Identifying. Oopsie. Ha! I can't carry anymore. I typed it real fast. Well, all right. No, I'll get it. I'm gonna spend the next 4 minutes making sure I proofread all this, because okay, we're gonna make sure each word capitalized. It's got to be perfect, okay? What? There's no spell check. It tells me it's spelled wrong, but I can't just click and then... Okay. Identifying. Still not spelled right? Guess I don't know how to spell identifying. Indentifying. Okay. No, I'm still going. Now, also, I can't have it on too many lines. Still spelled wrong. We're leaving it, though, because I apparently don't know how to spell identifying. Each word capitalized. Okay, I'm still working. Hold up. Hold up, everybody. I'm not done yet. This is the important thing. Identifying. Interesting. Identifying. Okay, is this satisfactory to chat? Everybody, in the comments, IDing, then people be like, what does 1D mean? What is countdown to 1D? What does that even mean? That's exactly what's going to happen. What does countdown to lowercase l, capital D mean? Y'all got to remember, if anything, if one of the most important things, and the thing is, these numbers don't even have to be true, but they probably are. So supposedly, according to joke by Harlan, to be the lowest IQ allowed in the Navy, to be even a janitor on a boat in the Navy, you have to have an IQ of like whatever it was, 171 or whatever, something like that, or 71 or whatever. I think maybe 71. I don't know the numbers. But the average IQ in the United States was like 67. So according to the United States government, half the country, the average American is too stupid to be a janitor. And the worst thing is, that's the average. That means 50% of the country is stupider than that. That's a scary proposition. It must be 71. I don't know the numbers. It's been a few days since I've seen the joke or whatever, but it is the most factual thing you'll ever hear in your life. Okay, battle orders ran out. No big deal. We don't need it. We don't need it. Everyone thinks they're above average. It is a true story. It is a true story. Yeah, it could be. Some people said a cutoff for mental. It could be. I don't know the basis of this joke that he told. Okay. Like I said, the numbers could be made up. I don't know. Crazy Jester. Maybe we don't need to go down this rabbit hole of talking about averages, okay? Man, everyone's going ham bone on what the average is. I think y'all are proving the moral of my story. Don't know. Anyways. Here we go. Another sacred. Oh, war staff. Quick welcome in over on Twitch. Yeah, Glibber said it sounds like a George Carlin stand-up. Yeah, it was an old Carlin stand-up. Yeah. It's exactly where I had said I got that from. So we got 27 minutes. That's when we're going to identify this sacred armor, and it's 100% chance it's going to be Tyrell's Might. 100% chance that it has a chance to be Tyrell's Might. Average unique Sacred Armor Templars. Yeah, let's just keep talking about all the averages of everything. How do I keep motivated to play? I actually get that question all the time. It's obviously a lot easier when you're streaming. So there's number one. But when I didn't stream, I mean, kind of just all the average stuff, having a second monitor, listening to podcasts and stuff while you're doing it, listening to music. Don't play all the time. Like, it's a pastime, it's a game that you play for fun, so don't play it like a job. Unless it's your job, of course. Oop. Tiago, keeping his fingers crossed. Appreciate you. Fingers and toes, please. I haven't looked at the poll. I want to look at the poll. I want to see how confident you guys are. What's going on here? Oh, 65% say it is certainly going to be Tyrell's Might. Let's go. 25 minutes. So it's going to be just after 1 o'clock when I do this sucker, huh? Venom Blades traps work on a sin. I'm not an avid Blade sin, but I believe that yes, it does. I think that's actually the go-to for what people use. One of the things that they do on that particular type of build, if I'm not mistaken. I dabbled around with one years ago, and I don't remember everything exactly, but yeah. Phil's bald head is average. That's pretty average bald head, I think. I think that's accurate. Why is it taking so long for Blizzard to confirm Season 11? They might push it back or pull it forward, who knows? If it's the same week as like D4 launch, or if it's the same week as D3 new season or something, they usually push them around a little bit, so. Or, I mean, they just don't, it's not top of mind, it's not their most important thing, I'd guess, so. There's some good H2O right there, fellas. Trash is definitely rolling green. I mean, wouldn't that be crazy, Trash? I found the first ever green Hero's Might. Oh my gosh, that'd be so sick. Why does my chair feel shorter? Is it sinking down more because I got fatter? What's going on here? The piston probably blew. No, I'm joking. It feels like it's a quarter inch shorter than it was before. I don't know what's going on. Maybe my house is settling. I don't know. Has to be Tyrell's Might, Vault Boy says. I think you're right. I think it does have to be. If anyone wants to see the clip there on YouTube, I pulled it up and went over it at the 2-minute mark of stream. You can scroll back on YouTube there and check her out. When's Twitch getting rewind on streams, by the way? A bug Tyrell's rarest ever? Oh man, that'd be sick. Just sick. Yeah, it says Tyrell's Might, but it looks like a Templar's Might, but then it rolls with both of all of their stats together on the item. That's what it's going to be. Probably. Tholaz. So I got a video about it. You can only really do this on offline single player. I use a macro on my keyboard that saves and exits automatically. I just hit one button and it does all the stuff that you need to, all the buttons you need to hit in order to save and exit and join a new game. If you exclamation hands free, it'll pop up a link to show you exactly how I do it. It's gonna depend on what hardware, software you got. So. Hardcore Grail start today, says B-Dub. I don't know. Maybe. If it's a Teros Might, what's the next move? Quitting YouTube, applying for a job at Home Depot. Yeah, hardcore grail is a probably not situation. The only way I would do a hardcore grail is maybe if, like, let's say for some crazy reason I was doing a hardcore, like, playthrough and I just accidentally found, like, a Teros Might. I'd be like, okay, maybe I am starting a hardcore grail, and here we go. Trash is on 9 Templars. Yeah, I'm right there with you, right there with you. Yeah, I could be a Walmart greeter. I think I could do that. ID with Kane or a scroll? Definitely a scroll. I don't trust that old man. Come over and hang out with this guy. What's up, bud? Can I chat with you for a second? Good to see me. Good. 19 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's go hit the whatever you call it. Unique Sacred Honor drop. Yeah, last night when I was off stream. Yep. So we're countdown to identifying that. Degenerate said his first unique sacred armor was a Teros Might. Yeah, one of those people. Grr. It's kind of annoying, I'm gonna be honest. Like, jealous. Yeah, Teros Might, Jules. Last item on the Grail. Anyone who hopped in here a little newer or didn't know or whatever, my second to the last item, aka the last time I checked an item off of my Holy Grail, it was approximately 1.5 years ago. Too long ago. Way too long. Yeah. It's just some bad luck. It was a Wisp, right? I think it was Wisp projector. For some reason, I hadn't found that in like super long for some reason. And it's funny thing too is in the last year, I've probably found like 5 of them. It all ends today. Oh, Tiago found his with the Hammerton too, so yeah, it must be. Oh, Nightly Gamer. Welcome into the Sweetville Slayers. Appreciate you supporting the channel with the membership there on YouTube. Absolute Slayer, appreciate ya. Ooh. The journey is half the fun, though. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Sort of. Should never like wandering through the desert for 50 years, you know. Like, oh, the journey was fun. It's like, no, I just lost and almost died. So to a point, yes, I agree. But do I remember when I started my Grail? Like 5 months or 6 months. Maybe it's longer than that. Probably about a year after D2R launched. So like years ago, like 4 years ago. It's just been crazy, just crazy. But Tui, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Nothing I love more than when people take Jeff Bezos's money to support a poor, broke streamer in need. Appreciate you. Boy, these guys are tough. Holy moly. Am I even hitting them? Oh my gosh. What? That's crazy. I'm just blasting him with level 46 max, like almost a maxed out Hammerton, and they're just like, fine. Oh, I thought my mercenary died. That's why I left. I thought he was gone. Guess I wasn't paying attention. Close enough. Oh, well, you look at that. Under 15 minutes. Under 15 minutes. So Leandro, aka Heigberg, I think he looked up the odds. He said off of that white monster in Arizona, it's 1 in 1 million. If I'm not mistaken, is what you're saying there. 1 in 9 million for it to be a Tyraels. So you're saying there's a chance. I would still, yeah, 1 in 9, or yeah. So yeah, it was like unlikely for it to fall off some random monster like that. Backflip if Tyraels, oh boy. No, I'm not going to take myself out live on stream. Biggest missed items. So Stolez, probably, there was one time there was an Ohm rune I missed. It's about the biggest, I think. I can't, that's the biggest I remember. If anyone else remembers better. You know, we're getting close here. Why don't we watch it just one more time? There's new people hopping in all the time. We're getting real close to the countdown. Let's watch the little clip one more time. But just because you've seen it here, make sure y'all watch it. If I'm going to do a clip of it, probably here a little bit later, maybe. I'm not sure. Make sure you check that out too. Hit the like button on the clip and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm going to, if it's Tyraels Might, I will shave my head live on stream. Just another day. So yeah, Terrorize Trav, legendary. And you think, oh, it's going to be from these guys. I don't know why I wasn't bringing up the items. It just, so many items are in one spot, it's hard to see who you're fighting. Oh, maybe it's off this one guy right here. Oops. Why is it not pausing? I don't know if I took a clip there. Make sure everything's playing right, though. But yeah, let's go back just a tad here. Take out this final guy. It's probably going to drop off him, right? Nope, not off of him, but I see there's one more monster up here. Maybe I'll take him out. But the important thing to watch, these hammers spinning down here by themselves after I already left. I already left. I'm gonna go frame by frame here. Look at him spin. Oh, what's that? See that little armor right there? Yeah, off of one of these. I forget what they're called now. So you can't really see the words yet. I popped the words up here, but you can't see it. But just watch. I'll pause it when you can see the words here for the first time. Still can't see it. Can't see it. Watch right here. Very lower corner. Oh. So I ID some of this other stuff. Small charm, of course. Oh. What's this right here? Hiding. It's hiding. I'm like, nope, not a cruel colossus sort of quickness. Small charm's nothing. I thought I heard something. Maybe I'll check down. Oh! Ah! That's how it went. No, really, it's not. Really, when when something like that happens, it's more like. "12 more minutes. We're IDing the alleged Tyrell's Might." AF Asia, sorry, somebody clickbaited you on their video or something. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, but yeah. In just a moment here, little few moments, I'm gonna be IDing this sacred armor, and it's got to be Tyrell's Might, right? Today's the day, salesman says. Ooh. Rob said he would have lost his mind, always exits, then realizes, wait, did I leave something on the floor? Yes, I don't quite do that, but you'll notice a lot of times before I save and exit, like something like Trav or Cheesy Andy or something, I'll be like, and then I'll leave, because I always look around, because I don't want to be that streamer guy that misses something, because I do every once in a while. I'll save and exit real quick, and they'll be like right now, boom, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even, my brain didn't even register that jewel sitting there or something. And I thought about it after I left already. So yeah, happens to me sometimes. AF Asia, appreciate ya. Oops, I probably should not have done that. Probably should not have done that. Biggie said you're 133 IQ. Allegedly. Lum on ground. Oh, did I miss that? No, I was joking. I don't pick up lum runes anymore. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. It's official. 600 seconds. Let's go. Let's just go down. I want to see how we're gonna get souls down here every time. Physical? I don't give a stink about immune to physical. Oop, what's going on here? Ooh, love to see it. Some glums around. They're not too bad on this build. You got so much lightning res, you're at least capped out good and everything. But if you got some champ ones, maybe hit you with a conviction aura. Fort Rune, that's what I was hoping for. Actually, I was re-rolling the spirits or whatever. Huh? Boy. Gloomy, gloomy, gloomies. This place stinks, bro. Man. Good. Mausoleum. I do that thing already. Hey, I don't make the rules. I gotta wait 8 more minutes. Wait a second, do I? I do make the rules, don't I? Oh, put you there. Da, 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 da. Clean this. Let future Phil worry about cleaning this stuff up. All right, I guess we'll just hop to Blood Raven farming. Glibber said he likes it for foe, that area. Interesting. Wait, which way would it be? This way? Just absolutely goated farming thing right here. Just spamming TZ Blood Raven. Because what she can, I think the Blood Raven can only drop 2 items, right? Maybe it's 4 or something. Oh, Hell Rune, let's go. I'm not doing this. I was joking around. Waiting 7 minutes, this toy gun. Yeah, don't leave now. Don't leave now. This is P7. Marin. Player 7. We'll do one more chaos run. Well, there's a champ pack right here. Why not? Double champ. Oh no, just one. Oh, never mind. It's double. Those guys are off the path, so I'm probably not going to get enough from them anyways. Icy Cellar wasn't the worst. It just depends on monsters in there. If it wasn't souls, it'd be fine. Oh man, you found a thing. I did. How good of a thing it is, we don't know yet. But hype, hype, hype. $500 likes to turn it blue. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button. Good call on that one. There's 500 people in the chat. Get those likes up. There's only 200 likes? Come on. 500 people, you know you can hit that like button for me. You know you can. Is it the day? Is this the day? 5 minutes. It's getting close. Everyone's on their lunch break like, bro, can you hurry up? I got to go back to work here in 4 minutes. Everyone's in here to see it. You're like, yeah, is this fool finally going to find it? This guy who's wasted the last 5 years trying to... Is your heart racing yet? Nah, I don't know about that. A little anxious, I guess you could say. I'm not like dying. I'm not like one of those kind of people. I was always grew up playing sports and stuff. I was always in the pressure situations type of thing. So not that this is pressure, but you know. I guess you could say used to anxiety. The Colossus sword on the ground. Yeah, I don't know if I really care too much about it. I'll check it. I'll check it. I could have checked it. It's not superior. 3 sockets. Yeah. I just didn't really. I don't know. I already got deaths and stuff, and sometimes 4 or 5 years into an offline single player account, you just go, I don't know if I really want to throw this on my stocketed item mule number 7. You know what I mean? Galback, yo! She couldn't stay away because she knew, she had a sense what was about to happen. History is about to be made. How useful is defense versus missile? I mean, in regular play, I would never consider it. for the average person for regularly going around killing monsters, I would never think about it. Personally. Three minutes. So we'll kill D here and then we'll hang out. We'll last this Tyrell's Might. Guaranteed. Bill doesn't get spooked easily, right? True story. Oh, okay. Well, not ethereal. Could at least roll perfect for me. Poison 49. Oh, well. That's all right, though. Cool item, though.
Vault Boy 81 donated $1.99.
Thank you, Vault Boy.
Here's to hoping.
Here's to hoping. Here's to praying. Here's to wishing that we get a Tyrell's Might. 1 p.m. meeting got moved to 1:15. What a legendary happening. You mean you moved it? Because more important things are going on. Alright, now maybe I'm getting a little nervous. Now maybe I'm getting a little nervous. Wait, what? Oh, I thought I set this key to open my cube. That's fine. There it is. Oh boy. Munchkin, I don't really do Ubers very often, so I've done Ubers like one time on a bunch of different builds. But to actually like go out and farm them for myself, because I needed just a couple really. Just like a smiter and like a frenzy barb, and that's like it. I don't really like doing Ubers and stuff. How you gonna ID it? Oh, I'm using the tome right here. The tome. Or should I go get one individual scroll to do it with? Should I just get one individual scroll? I got 1 minute. Jeezy, thank you for the $2 super.
Baby 43 donated $2 through super chat. Printer fill printer, let's printer go printer get printer this printer thing.
I'm gonna go get one individual special scroll just for itself. Just for itself. Go find the scroll too. Oh, I need to find it myself. Kane's coming over here. He's like, bro. He's like, let me ID that for you. Look at him. Look at this bum looking at me. No, you ain't touching this. All right, here we go. Oh no. All right, now I'm getting a little worried. All right, now we're getting worried. Uh-oh. See, before it was way future Phil's problem, but now it's here. Uh-oh. Now I'm uncomfortable. Oh gosh.
I can't.
Oh, you can't do that in there. That's fine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. Why? What? No, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Ethan Walkowicz donated $5 through super chat. For the PBRs you'll be meeting later today. Hang in there.
Let's go.
I don't know. I can't speak right now. I'm having trouble talking. I'm having trouble thinking. Ethan, thank you for the $5 super chat for the PBRs I'll need. Thank you so much for that. Trash, thank you for the 10 gifted the layer ships. Appreciate you. Okay. Just in case anyone hops in here later and they're going to be like, when are you IDing it? When are you IDing it? Maybe. Euler Crosser, thank you for the Slayer ship. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Welcome into the Sweet Phil Slayers. We'll throw that over here, I guess. So I'm just supposed to keep playing, huh?
Sons of War donated
Appreciate you, Sons of War.
Through super chat. Keep up the grind, man. We'll be here for you when you get it.
Appreciate you, Sons of War, for the $5 super chat. You legend. Someone was asking about runes there real quick. I'll hop to my my rocks mule here. I haven't made Last Wish yet. Oh, this is my regular rocks. I look up big rocks. Big rocks. Just farm another one easy. So I could make a Last Wish. I should. So I have this whole page of runes that I need to cube up. These are just extra runes that I only keep so many of each one. But then I got a Zod here. Got all these lows and all these burrs and jaws. I should make some more rune words, but I just haven't got around to it, I guess. Might as well make it, but Leroy said almost 700 viewers for that beatdown. Hey, you know, I'm here for your entertainment, am I right? I'm here for your entertainment. Yeah, it did peak up to almost 700 on YouTube. How about that? I should have went 3, 2, 1, and then I should have ran an ad on YouTube. I totally should have done that. So I could make like $1.50 on an ad right at the moment, just to troll everybody. All right, now another unique sacred armor incoming. If you don't stick around, you can't watch them. Both get ID'd today. Does my holy grail include all rune words? I wasn't planning on it. Getting another Zod rune would be the biggest problem. And the fact that I didn't have any Cham runes sitting there, but I do have all them lows, so Gavin, I think that was number 9 on the unique sacred armors. I think that was number 9. Electro spot. Shoddy got low. I'll let you see yourself out. I'm just joking now. Complete the rune word before Tyrell's Might? I might, who knows? A lot of jaws are required for all those rune words to be tough. Yeah, so what, I had 4 jaws, I think. So I mean, it's like Last Wish and like, I don't know all the rune words that need jaw. I obviously have Enigma already. What other rune words that use jaw did I already make besides Enigma? I don't know, maybe I didn't make any. Not sure. Any other ones besides Enigma? Can't remember. Tamash saying it's not about the unique sacred armors we ID, it's about the ones we find along the way. The ones we meet along the way. How about that? Oh, I'm grailing all rune words too. No, somebody asked me about if I was including all rune words in my grail. And I said, I wasn't planning on it. And then I started kind of thinking about like how much more would it take? Because I would need probably like a couple of more cham runes. And probably like I would need to get my hands on at least one more Zod for sure. And probably like 2 chams would be the hardest to come by. And I might even need a couple more jaw runes, 1 or 2 more to make the... What's going on? Holy sm... See, now they have a conviction aura of some kind. There had to have been. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I was gonna say. This schlubby schlub bub. We just got annihilated. At about 9, Gavin, for how many Templars? I think that was the 9th one, I'm pretty sure. This is P7. Mitko. Player 7. Where'd you find the last unique sacred armor? So that was Terrorized Trav, actually. Jmod. Unidentified Jmod. Make it happen. You gave me a Templars. Oh. Maybe next time. 12 Jaws. So Dream. Oh, yeah. So there's a bunch here. Dream. A bunch I forgot about here. Dream, Fury, Faith, Ice, Famine, Brand, Destruction, Phoenix. So the only ones there I ever made actually was Enigma and Phoenix, now that I think about it. It's a lot. Stunner! Thank you for the 31 months.
Had to drop in to see. It's gonna happen soon.
Appreciate you. Yeah, a few minutes ago, if you want to go back and watch the pain. Who doesn't like watching a train wreck? But, yeah. Ooh, okay. What time we got here? 1:17. We got tons of time. Boy, I might take a quick recoup break, go make some coffee maybe in a run or two here. Gotta take a little soft reset on the brain. Bob said he hit 85% on his Grail. Okay. Plugging along. Good job. Yeah, 85% is like... You kind of knock that stuff off. You can anyways, kind of quick, depending on how you do it. A lot of people will start off running Andy Meth. You kind of knock off a lot of that stuff pretty quick, the uniques. Unique and set stuff. Bet another one drops soon. Hopefully. I mean, all I do is like blast terror zone, like terror zones in like 85 areas for the last like years, so should drop instantly. And lately I have been prioritizing terror zones a little bit more than I did before, so Sazabi's armor will take. It's kind of interesting, but I don't know. When I don't need my 700 Sazabi armor, and then when I'm clipping stuff for videos, it's I don't know. I kind of, to a point, I read the room and decide to clip stuff that I think people would think was like, oh, we found this and this and this and this. Like, wow, we found a lot of stuff. But if I mix in too many things, like, oh, he found Mage Fists and Sazabi's Ghostly Liberator and Alder's boots and a Tal's belt, like that stuff's not really impressive. Like, people will think that, you know. There's times when it is that you're happy to find it and excited, you know, but just gotta, you know, decide what I'm clipping or not, pretty much. Solitaire, no, this is offline single player that I'm playing here. I play D2 all the time, so Got Desire for the Templars. Change your character for chaos. Lightning sorceress with infinity. Huh? God. I didn't know you were joking at first. I didn't know where you're going with that. Glenn, no. I guarantee you nobody has completed a perfectly rolled ethereal grail. Where are we at here? Martel de Feu, Bon Visage, Rune Scepter. About 10 minutes ago, Nicholas. Glenn pulled a grailer this morning. Stormspire. Stormspire. Solitaire saying, you Solitaire stopped 2 years ago. Glad to see him still playing. Yeah, you can always come back anytime you want to, too. Don't have to, but welcome in. I think D2 can be a fun one to watch even if you still don't play. So, I'm going to take a quick break here. Go make some coffee. It'll just be like just a minute. So, what do I got here? There's no text. I thought there was a BRB thing here. Oh, there we go. Give the people what they want. Am I right? BRB 2 minutes. Make it a little smaller. Make it look a bit like this. Sure. Gonna go make some coffee. This right here is a printer, by the way. This is a printer, if anyone didn't know. got the coffee. While my coffee was pouring, I started having a couple of funny thoughts there, actually. When I was staring at the Templars that got ID'd, I looked at it like 4 different times, and I kept staring at it like, wait a second, is that actually not the armor I'm looking for? Like, this isn't it, right? Wait, okay, no, it's green. It's Templars, right? Okay, no. I want to find Tyraels. Like, this was what was going through my head after I ID'd it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. True story. Wait, Templars might... Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Wait, do I want to find Templars, or what was the other one? Tyraels? No, I wanted to find Tyraels, yeah. Now this one's green. I want to find the blue one. Like, that's what I was like thinking in my head. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh well, let's just find another sacred armor. We'll ID 2 in the same day. Inkjet or laser? Oh, laser, baby. Come on. I could not live with an inkjet printer anymore. Couldn't do it. Funny story about the printer. So this printer, right? Well, where I worked at a metal fab shop, you had to have like a super old version of Windows on your computer in order for the software for the laser to work. That's like what the software ran on, was like Windows 95 or something, or Windows ME or something like that. This printer, it worked. I had to look up a like roundabout way to get the printer to work on this computer, right? And but the only thing is every once in a while, about once every other week, the printer wouldn't work and you would have to turn it off and turn it back on again. Well, I went on vacation one time and I showed somebody how to generally run it. They called me 3 or 4 times when I was on vacation to like, this won't work, that won't work, how do you fix it? And I talked them kind of through it. And yeah, they went in to print something and like the printer won't work. And what did they do? They ran to like Office Max and bought a new printer. And I come home from vacation and it's on the floor. I'm like, why is the printer on the floor? Why did you buy a new printer? And they're like, it wouldn't work. I'm like, did you turn it off, turn it back on again? And the guy's like, I didn't really do anything. I just told them it wouldn't work, and they went and bought a new one. So I was like, okay. And I walked out to my car, and I put it in my car and brought it home. Wait, did I... Oh, they're over here. Weird. So that's how I got this printer. Adam Logan said, found his Tyraels might a long time ago. Sorry, yeah, I know I got a little behind in the comments when I went and made my coffee and everything, so... Nice green Tyraels. I know, that'd be so sick if I found a green Tyraels. So sick, Optimus. So you stole it. I stole it from the garbage. I've thrown it away. I steal it. Place went out of business already anyway, so all because I took their printer. No, I didn't steal it. They were like, oh, it won't work, and they just were like, we're throwing it away. Go throw it out in the dumpster. And I'm like, okay. In the dumpster was fair game. It is well known. In fact, all these shelves behind me too. All these shelves back here. Well, you can't really see them all that good, but I got all those from work. Literally, the owner brought them from like his house. He's like, I have all these shelves. I don't know what to do with them. I'm just gonna throw them in the dumpster stuff here. And I went and grabbed them out of the metal scrap dumpster, and here they are. They're just like brand new, completely brand new, like high quality like shelves. It's pretty crazy, but The paver stones I have around my flower gardens at my house, they were out back, and the owner was like, hey, get some guys and clean up all this bleep. Clean all this bleep and bleep up over here. And he's like, boss, this is all your leftover pavers from when you redid your stuff or whatever. And like halfway through the sentence, the owner's like, I don't care. Get guys out. Just get all this stuff out of here. And then my supervisor's like, hey, I know you just got a house or whatever. Did you like want these for anything? And I was like, sure. And I loaded them all in my truck. The trunk of my car. It's all sagging down because it's full of pavers. Wish they threw out a big unique sacred armor, right? Bogardus had half the stuff in his garage was stuff they were throwing away. Boy, speaking of stuff, the craziest thing that people were throwing away, and so my dad worked at another type of like metal factory or whatever. They threw out, and I don't know why they were getting rid of it, a perfectly good, perfectly fine working like metal lathe. This thing was probably like a 3,000 pound metal lathe that my dad had them load in the back of his truck with a forklift, and I helped him pull it out of the back of his truck when we got home, or when he got home I should say, which was the sketchiest thing I've probably ever did. He puts up some boards and then puts some like other boards stacked up underneath it, so like he's gonna ramp it down. He pulls it out just ever so slightly out of his truck, and it's like boom. I'm like, what are you gonna do with a metal lathe, Dad? He's like, I mean, I don't know, like, I don't know, but this thing's worth like thousands of dollars, and they're just throwing it away. Like, okay. Yeah, a metal lathe. Ooh. I don't know that he ever even used it, to be honest, but after he passed away, my mom got a hold of somebody and sold it for like, I forget how much she got for it, but I think she got like, it was like I could just be making these numbers up too, but I thought she got like $900 or $1,200 for it or something. Like, she's like, well, I don't know what to do with this thing. Like, you know, a guy knows a guy that she knew, and they're just like, yeah, come get it, whatever he says he'll give me for it, whatever it's worth, whatever, you know. That's the way I remember the story in my head anyways. Oh, you know what? I should ask you people. There's another thing my dad brought home that I've been meaning to help my mom sell, and I never got around to it. My dad brought home a essentially brand new server cabinet, and I don't know if it's really worth a lot or not. One day I should pull up a picture of one and see if anybody knows anything. There's enough people that watch my streams. Usually you guys know a little bit of everything. Like if it's even worth enough to even worry about, or if you're just like scrap it. But yeah, this was another thing at my dad's work where they bought they bought a server cabinet, and it came in with like, it's not very deep, but there's a dent in it about the size of like a golf ball in the side. And they showed it to, like, you know, they sent the pictures in or whatever. And the company just sent them a brand new one, like another one. And they just like threw that one in the garbage. Never ask chat anything. Sometimes. It depends what it is. Never ask chat. Ooh. Hit recovery 9 max. It's interesting. Nothing exercise or diet related. No medical advice. It turned into a disaster. Is it tall or short? This server cabinet it's taller than I am. I'm 6'3", so it's probably like 7 foot tall or something. The brand Bogardus, I have no idea. Just no idea what brand it is. Squadronzy saying him and his brother are playing right now. Okay, all right. He can't decide what builds a paladin we should use. What's a good build for a paladin? So if you're playing through the game, I would recommend, of course you're not going to have this good a gear, but do a Hammerden. Kind of look up a mega budget Hammerden build guide. I think I have one. Or just a regular budget Hammerden build guide, or a playthrough paladin guide. Like, look up something like that on YouTube. There's going to be stuff out there that you can find. I'm pretty sure I got budget Hammerden stuff. If you're talking endgame, Hammerden or Fist of the Heavens Paladin. Fist of the Heavens Paladin is tough to do on a playthrough. Even with if you're playing with people, you can't really help out a lot. I mean, you can a little bit actually. It's kind of powerful and stuff, but yeah. How many of my butlers can I fit in the server cabinet? Nice. I mean, the server cabinet really is huge. Like, I think there's like shelves and stuff in it, but if there wasn't shelves, like, you could probably comfortably fit 4 people in there probably. Like, they'd be like face to face with each other, but like not like they're curled up like pretzels or something, you know what I mean? Not squished in there. And I mean, like, dudes like 6 foot tall dudes, you could fit probably 4 people and 4 guys in there. Shelves are probably removable. Yeah, I believe they all are. Yeah. I think it's, yeah, sounds right. No, it's just a empty cabinet. It's not like full of servers or anything. Yeah. Did I ask chat on how to get Tyro's Might? There was some unsolicited advice, Sir Fox. I was recommended to farm Terrorized Andy. I think I'm going to take that one under consideration. I think I'm going to try that one. That was pretty much it, though. A butler's job is to buttle. Is it just to buttle, or is it to do that again too? Is it to rebuttal, or is it just buttle? Confirmed, Xanta says. Phil stores his butlers, well, in his cabinet. Not confirmed. Nick says, butlers in a cabinet. That sounds like some Diddy stuff. Oh boy, this coffee's hitting the spot. Yeah. Not sure how that came up now that we're talking about it. Oh, gosh. Anyways, let's not talk about stuff that's going to get me a call from the FBI, please, okay? Sir Fox, yeah. So if you've seen the text over in the corner there, I actually ID'd it like a half hour ago now. I had a countdown in the corner. You can scroll back till you see the countdown again, and if you want to see the live reaction, or wait for the clip later, so. Man, I've been hitting, I like must have put my phone number into the wrong thing at some point. I'm getting so many spam calls lately. I feel like I went literally like years without getting any spam calls, and then all of a sudden recently I started getting hit with them again. There was a point where we were getting them all the time. People would like they would spoof numbers that were the same area code as you, so that you would like, oh, this is someone from my area, it must be somebody I know, and answer it. I literally I used to get calls from my own number before. Like, I'm like, wait, this is my cell phone number. But yeah, I feel like it's been like 2 years. I hadn't get pretty much up until a couple months ago. Like within the last month, probably, I started getting all these spam calls. It's ridiculous. I'm sure some agency that was that was in charge of stopping that stuff probably got deleted. Peace, Evan Smoker Franklin. Good old Halbert. Not ethereal. Calling myself from the future. Ray said working on a blade sim. Had no idea it was this good, you say. It does work reasonable. I've never done blade. You're probably doing playthrough, I'm guessing, race, but I've only ever did it just a day or two, messed around with it, like with pretty much whatever gear I wanted to throw on it. Well, I'm gonna throw these. Well, actually, I can keep these up to a thel, can I? Ooh, way too much going on in here. Whoops. Tel Thul, so I need a Tel Rune. We'll figure it out. Okay. Harry said he's getting calls from his number. Oh, that was like, geez, how long ago was that? When I remember that happening, it was actually probably like 8 years ago now. Probably 6. Yeah, it's hard to remember. Let's see. There. No, it must have been. It was like 5 or 6 years ago. It would have been. Maybe 7. I don't know. Maybe 8. I don't know. Hard to say. In my old age, the memory's slipping. So, you know how it is. You know how it is. Never answer those. They're. What is it? What does a death code mean? I don't know what that means. But also, I don't answer them. No. We'll take some stuff out on the river too, right? We're switching it up. Purist, not like I would really need, even if it was 45 res, I'd probably just be like, yeah, I don't need another one of those.
Hi, Phil GL.
Nifty! Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Nothing I love more than when someone takes Jeff Bezos' money and gives it to a poor streamer in need. Thank you so much, Nifty. Anomalies. I see your comment from a minute ago. That probably is true. Sounds about like what would happen. Actually, I think I remember hearing about that now that you mention it. I don't know. I know it's all robotically like done, these calls and whatnot, and spam emails and spam calls and stuff, but man, it just seems like, I don't know. How do they get it? I guess I just don't know how they get anything out of it. I guess somebody out there stupid enough to. I don't know. But anyways, Gin and Juice, yo! Thank you so much. Another legend taking money right out of Jeff Bezos' pocket and helping out a poor, broke streamer in need. Thank you so much. Gin and Juice. Every Sacred Armor ID that's not Tyros might have to do with the last stab. I don't know about that. I'm not that big into spicy stuff. Every time, too. I don't know about that. Also, isn't the... Somebody told me that the entire lineup of... whatchamacallit? The, what's it called? Hot Ones? It's like $150 or something for like those like 10 sauces or whatever. Somebody told me that. I just took their word for it as if it was fact, by the way, so. FNX said you can't re-up your membership till it expires, and it expires today, so you just gotta sit around and wait for it to expire. Nice. Jay says 15 bucks a sauce. I could see it. Yeah, that is kind of a lot, isn't it? But yeah, like I said, I did not investigate any further than what I've already told you. Whoa, really? That's a lot. That was all the investigation I did. Oh my gosh.
9 months.
Race 9 months of Twitch Prime sub. Look at this. We got a prime train over here. Let's go. Thank you so much, Raced, and everybody else for those Twitch Prime subs. Legendary. The Dues says that actually sounds cheap because sauces would be more than $10 a piece in your area. I would have thought that sounded like a lot, but I guess I'm comparing it to like if you bought sauces from like Buffalo Wild Wings or something. I don't remember how much they are though. They're actually kind of expensive. I think they're like $7 a piece or something at Buffalo Wild Wings maybe. Don't remember for sure. But we buy some of those. Oh yeah, save those for crafting. Scott. Not really my birthday, everybody. Oop. Gotta get that guy. Materials might holder. Get back here. Oh, allegedly. Yeah, Nick, that's pretty much what would happen. I would ID it and it'd just be blue, and then I would just end the stream and then uninstall, and then off stream I would just uninstall D2R. I wouldn't even say, no words will be spoken after I identify it at any point, and I'll never stream or make another video again. No, I'll just be like, my work is done here. Stream will just end instantly. B-dubs is too loud. Too loud? What? Too loud. Huh. I guess it depends. You must have went during a real rowdy, like a UFC fight or something. That's interesting. I mean, to be honest, when I go Buffalo Wild Wings, it's usually like 5:30 on a, Thursday or something, so. Or it's like, 12:11 on a Sunday, or like the 1 o'clock football games on a Sunday or something like that. It's not too crazy. No hardcore grail, no. No. Hold up, where is it? Oh, I don't have it, I gotta get it bookmarked. My legendary end song. That super slow, like, goodbye song. I should just, like, start playing that instantly. Well, the journey's been fun. But everything great must come to an end. We've succeeded on it. You guys know what song I'm talking about. Well, some of you do, I should say. classic Grail time. Probably wouldn't even be that hard, to be honest. On classic, all you do is get a bunch of gold, and you just spam gamble over and over again, whatever item you need. And you'll find it in like 5 minutes. Maybe not 5 minutes, but I could be exaggerating the time, but still. Oh yeah, the G-Stack song. Yeah, I forgot. Did we call it the G-Stack song because he loved it? Or is it because he hates it? I forget which one. I know he hates the printer, but... Angel said ooh. I'm no expert, but it sounds like you mismade your last wish and you stopped playing for a month. Don't do that. If you mismake like a insight or something, it's no big deal. Last wish, you can't really do that. I mean, you can. I don't, you know, I believe in freedom. You can do whatever you want, but... Trailer. Check the corner over there, buddy. Check the corner. Turn the quality up to 1080p. Zoom in a little bit on the phone. Yeah, unfortunately. Loves it, says Fred. Gotcha. V saying was going to go all fire, but not good enough to struggle with one type of element. Yeah, so some people like the dual spec or whatever, so I guess more often than not nowadays I've actually been kind of recommending that to, like, if people ask what they should do, I kind of recommend dual spec nowadays. I feel like I've evolved on that one just because sometimes you can make assumptions that are probably usually accurate. Just the fact that if somebody is asking you what build they should play, they probably don't know all the little tricks to getting past different monsters and stuff and taking out certain things in certain areas. So you probably want a dual spec in order to have a couple of solid tools in the toolbox in order to, you know, get past stuff. So Diablo 1 Grail, is that a thing? I've never heard of it. Oh, I could be the first ever. Maybe I want to get my concentration aura out. How about that? I could be the first ever D1 Grail completer. The problem with Diablo 1 is that the monsters never respawn, right? So you'd have to constantly create new characters all the time. And there is no players count thing, is there? Like, there's no multiple players. Because the online stuff, like, I don't know. I remember the online was all jacked up on D1 nowadays. I'm not really sure. Maybe there could be some way, but... I remember there was quite a few problems trying to get Diablo 1 to work nowadays on modern computers. SOJ, boom! Oh. I don't know very much about Diablo 1 also, so if anything I said there was like, dude, that's not right. It very well probably isn't. But it's just from what I had seen and what I know. JC Mog. I don't know what GOG means. Don't know what that means. When I got D1, I just got it through BattleNet or whatever. Nick says, do you want to make some think of duping? Yeah, there is some crazy easy, like, well, I don't know how easy, kind of easy gold duping glitch that I definitely had seen, but I never did it. I just seen like a how-to and I was like, oh, that guy's just blasting bazillions of gold instantly. $500 runs faster, the person would get a prize or something. 500 runs faster. Like full clears of an area or something, like eat every single monster. I don't know about that one. I used to do the Magic Find battles, but it sounds like an idea that would be good, but when in practice when I did them, so pretty much what I would do is I'd do a Magic Find battle where I would do a drop alley video of like 500 chaos runs and someone else would do 500 chaos runs, and then the viewers would have to watch both and kind of like vote in the comments like who they think had better drops.
When a TM is not new, raising hands light skin tone, raising hands light skin tone.
But actually those videos performed worse than my regular drop alley videos. So I was like, well, it takes me hours and hours to set these up and then have to do them and then keep messaging people and contacting people and then trying to get them to do this and that in a certain amount of time, and or I could just do my own drop alley videos and get more people watch them, and it seems like more people like them, they watch them longer and stuff, so I'll just do that. So it's crazy, a lot of things on YouTube are like that, to where it sounds like a good idea, do this collab, do that or something, it'll work out, and you know, you'll work together, and but it usually, collaborations like that usually don't work out somehow. It's kind of counterintuitive, but maybe I'm just bad at it. It could be that too. But DP, thank you so much for the 6 months of Slayership. When's it? When materials bite, if not now? Yeah, hopefully on the next one we find, because this one was not, unfortunately. But hopefully on the next one. Defender, ooh, let's go. 1 to sorceress skills. Oh man, I had this one back in the day, thought it was so sick. GOG's a oh, good old games. That sounds familiar now that you mention it. I think someone talking about it in the past. Sounds familiar. Oh yeah, I got bowling tonight. Wait a second. Did I tell you guys about my bowling last week? Did I tell you? Hold up, this is important. It sounds like this is not important to the stream today, but it is. But it is. I gotta pull this picture up just so I can remember. It's right here. Ooh. So I don't have it on my computer. I could like email it to myself. Can we see it? No, it's way too blurry. I'd have to change the camera. I bowled a 246 the other day. 3 strikes to start the game, 9 spare, strike, and then a 7 spare. Strike until the 10th. And I went strike, 8 split, and I only got 1 of them. Devastating. So I was clean with 2 spares going into the 10th, which is very good for me. That's the highest game I've ever gotten for a 246. My average is like 174, I think. So, yeah. My mother-in-law, who I think is 71, she bowled like a 228 or something like that, when her average is like 140 last week. We destroyed these guys last week. I felt bad for them because, you know, when you bowl, well, to a point, I've been there last year, the last few years, every time we'd bowl somebody, it's like, oh, they somehow just bowled like 40 over average every game. Cool. Like every one of them, you know, so it happened to us all the time. So I kind of feel bad for them, but I didn't feel that bad because it happens to us all the time. What's the LO? What's going on with the spamming of these letters? We're gonna cut that out. I can't tell what exactly you're trying to spell out, but a little too spammy for my liking. You bowled a perfect Templar's Might, maybe. Do you use bumpers? Of course I do. Brent, everybody uses bumpers. That's in golfing. Do you use golf clubs? Like, what kind of question is that? Of course I do. When you bowl, do you use a ball? Yeah, of course I use bumpers. Everyone does. It's part of the game. Wait a second. You guys don't use bumpers? Doesn't everybody use bumpers? I'm just joking. That was a whole elaborate joke plan. Was it funny? Let me know in the comments. Ammon, it's an Ammon rune. What weight of a ball? I got a 15 personally. Not an expert bowler. I went to buy my first bowling ball ever a couple years ago, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what I want. I mean, I'm 6'3", 230. I work out all the time, so probably the heaviest. Like, and he's like, actually, nobody throws 16s anymore. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, even pros, like, just nobody. Literally nowadays, nobody who gets a new ball and nobody throws 16s. There's like no point to it. Usually dudes get 15s and women get 14s, or maybe even a 13. I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever, if you say so. So I got a 15. That's how that came to be. Perfect game, Phil? Not quite. 246, my highest score ever I got last week. Sacred Targe I missed? If it was like Superior, I might check it, but... it's no big deal, though. 16's old school. Race said it uses a 15. Yeah, it's just 1 pound, though. I wonder what the, there's like a difference matter there, so. It's just 1 pound, right? I don't know. Brent uses a 10 pounder. Okay, all right. Whatever works for you. It's bowling, man. All about having fun. You're probably kidding, maybe, but... across a dozen games in a weekend, that 1 pound you can really tell, says Raced. I suppose, maybe. I usually never bowl more than 3 games. I need to ease up a little bit too. I'm releasing a little bit off, and my fingers literally still hurt from the last time I bowled last Wednesday. But I think my fingers got like tired again from golfing is what happened, to be honest. I went to the driving range and really gripped it and ripped it. Nick says it makes you think what's the weight of a bowling pin and then figure out what's kind of the best. I'm sure somebody's done it at some time. That's kind of how people figured out to, like, instead of throwing it straight, to hook into it. I watched one of those. Oh, was that? I don't remember who made it, but some video on YouTube that was like the exact calculation of why hooking the ball in it this exact amount of degrees is the most likely. Like, it gives you the most leeway to get a strike if you hit the pocket. It essentially opens up the sweet spots for where you can hit. They probably did the same thing with the weight, and we're like, yeah, there's not a huge difference between these. If you go from like a 4 pound ball to like a 15, yeah, but from a 15 to a 16, it probably doesn't affect the strikeage as much. Very much. Maybe. Brent says his wrist hurts after 3 games, so that's when you stop. Yeah, I don't now, especially nowadays. I never bowled. Almost never do I ever bowl more than 3 games. I don't like, I'm not professional. Bowl in tournaments where you bowl like 15 games on a Saturday. Have to come back in Sunday and bowl, for the championship or something. Really don't care. You say your average is 273? I missed something here. Use a 20-pound ball? Impressive. What are you, 220 average bowler or something? What's going on here? 273 average. It's impressive, I gotta say. Nick, yeah, the max weight you can use is 16 in league. I guess if you went by yourself and you just made your own bowling ball. There's a guy on YouTube. That's why I said, what are you, 220 average bowler? There's a guy called, his channel's 220 average bowler. And he would make his own bowling balls and stuff, or he bought an old bowling ball and he drilled giant holes in it and he filled it up with like beads of tungsten, because tungsten's like super expensive or super heavy, and he made it like over 20 pounds. And then he does other things, like he made molds and he poured his own bowling balls in his garage, and then he bought a bowling ball spinning wheel. He actually made one himself first out of a angle grinder, but that blew up on him, so he bought one. And yeah, kind of funny, sort of. He's like a pro slash semi-pro, I guess you'd call it, bowler. But yeah. Do I play classic dudes every once in a while, just for the funsies? Do I like the movie Kingpin? Probably haven't seen it, I'm gonna be honest, so. Ever thought about stream play day, just hop online with some of us? I mean, James, I do that, James K. After ladder resets, I usually play online for about a month, and I always play with viewers, so pretty much exclusively I play with viewers. Sometimes I'll say it depends. When I start off with the Barbarian and I was running Trav until I got a high rune, running Trav with a Barbarian isn't very conducive to playing with other people. But usually I always play with other people, I should say. Any off-weighted balls? So he literally did a ball that would, he didn't do it on purpose. I forget what he was trying to attempt to do, but he put the core like super in the wrong spot, to where he would throw it and the ball would curve and then it would curve back. So if you look up, if you search on YouTube, you don't have to, of course, but if you search like double curving bowling ball, it'll probably pop up with his video. And because of where he put the core in it, if you threw the ball left-handed, it would curve twice, I think. It would curve the one way and then it would curve back the other way. Somehow. Not sure how, but yeah, text over in the corner. Like 5 different people in the last 30 seconds asked about it. Text over in the corner about the it was earlier. You did miss it. Really don't care. Said he bowls every day and he bowls 5 to 6 perfect games, and then a few of them wouldn't be a perfect game. So I'll say this about that. I would have to, I'm not going to see it, but I would have to see that to believe it. If you bowled 9 games and 6 of them were 300s. Missed a Grand Charm. That's not possible, guys. I don't miss anything ever. I'll go back and grab it, I guess. Where was it? Yeah, thanks a lot, chat. I would have seen it if it wasn't for you guys. Joking. Wii bowling. There you go. Oh, touche. Touche. Wii bowling. Could have been. Good shield for a Javazon. Phoenix is what I'd like. But is there better? Phoenix, it's like Phoenix. Budget, you go Spirit. Some people would say like a four-faceted something, J-Mod, or a four-faceted Monarch, you know, but Phoenix is what I would usually rock. Oh, speaking of bowling too, I don't know if any of you guys who are bowlers out there, if you've ever bowled on like harder oil patterns. I don't know, and this probably wasn't an exact one-to-one exact representation of what I was bowling on, but I went bowling and it was like a kids bowl free day or something like that, so they didn't bother oiling the lanes or anything. The day before, they had a tournament at this bowling alley, and there was some oil pattern, reverse dragon or something. Who knows, I forget what it was called. I just made that up, but there was some oil pattern that was wacky, just weird. It's crazy how much the oil patterns can change stuff like that. It just would not curve. Like I would throw it normally, that usually has a huge hook, and it just like slides spinning sideways, like. But then if you were inside it all, it would just like into the gutter. Like the complete, it was pretty much the opposite of a house pattern. Yeah, and random dry spots. Yeah, it was definitely all burnt up. So that's what I'm saying. Like whatever it was doing might not even have been representative of whatever oil pattern it originally was. But yeah. Spirit or Zac shield for a Hammerden? I've heard both arguments, but for a Hammerden, I go Spirit. I go with a Spirit shield. Fist of the Heavens, my favorite one to use is Zac shield. But I don't care as much about FCR on a Fist of the Heavens Paladin. What ball do you have? Oh boy, great question. I forget what it is, to be honest. It's a long story how I got this ball of a brand that I don't even remember what it is. So I'm not great at bowling, so I just bought... initially I went in and I just bought like this one. It's called like Tropical Thunder or something. No joke. I think that's what it's called. It was just like a $120 ball or something. But then I started bowling two-handed, and it turns out the exact time I decided to try two-handed was the exact year, like just after they changed the rules for sanctioned bowling, that you can't have a thumb hole in your ball to throw two-handed. So long story short, some of y'all have heard the story of Leatherface. And big argument, old lady that should stop tanning, blah blah blah. And actually my father-in-law, it was me, my wife, my father-in-law, and my mother-in-law. And I got in this argument with this old lady and her whole team. And I mean, I was in the right. My mother-in-law and father-in-law were like, hey guys, calm down, jeez. But yeah. So then he went home and instantly bought me a brand new bowling ball and told me, hey, go get this drilled for two-handed and you'll be fine. So Siri, welcome in. Yo. Welcome in. Magda. Oh, there you go. I forget that isn't that from a horror movie or something? I forget what Magda is. I forget. See, J-Rock, you said probably just because of the high volume is why it was the boards were, or the lane was weird like that when I went. Yeah, that definitely contributed to it. And I can only imagine too, when you bowl on a lane with other people who all hook in the same spot, it obviously just dries it out like crazy too, so just carries everything down and, you know, all that kind of shenanigans. But I talked to the guy who was working there, and he had said that they had I forget what oil pattern he said it was. It didn't really mean a whole lot to me because I didn't know. You know, I've heard of some of the Viper pattern and the, you know, whatever, I don't know. Yeah, something about Mary. Oh, okay, so I was off when I said horror movie. Okay. James says you're still trying to grind out that enigma. Nice. Best of luck. Hopefully you find that quick runes for you. Kind of interested here. Give me a second. That sort of like that lady, yes, but much worse, much worse. Yeah, this lady is much more fake tanned than that Magda that I looked up the picture of, and also much more wrinkly. J-Rock. So apparently the rule is with the whole throwing two-handed extra, yeah, so you can't have any hole in your ball that you don't put a finger in, essentially. Oh, hold up. Putting fingers in holes we're talking about as we pull an arachnid's mesh. Ooh. Talking about bowling, by the way, for the clip later. We're not weirdos. Good old arachnid's mesh. Love to see it. Love to see it. No, Fred, I did not see that picture. You are right. I did not. The thing is, though, I actually have a ton of these. So it's one of those painful things about single player. Not going to need that. Oh, yeah. So any hole in the ball that you have, any finger hole you have to put a finger in it. You can't have any hole that's unoccupied, we'll call it. Because I guess, of course, like any degenerate cheaters would do, people started being like, oh, I just bowl two-handed. That's just the thumb hole that I don't, you know, I don't use the thumb hole anymore. And people would drill like 3-inch wide holes like in the side of their ball to like mess up the counterbalance or whatever. Yeah, you can't have any there can be no hole, so no balance holes, no weight. There can be no hole in your ball unless it's a hole that you have to occupy it with a finger. It has to have that in there. I feel like that's enough talk about that because it makes me uncomfortable saying that over and over again. 31. So I've been re-rolling this trying to get 35 FCR in it. So tell, dull, or am. This has got to be the one at least, huh? Consolation prize for the... Yeah, literally, it just so happened. So I guess I'll just tell you guys a story. I don't have that many good stories. This is a good one. So I'm bowling, right? And back in the day, I broke my hand a few different times. I'm like on here on the mouse all the time and all this stuff. I cut through a ligament in my hand, had to have hand surgery. So my hand and wrist are like kind of sort of jacked up, I guess you'd say. The first season and a half in this league, I just bowled one-handed. I could never get any rotation on the ball because I can't, my wrist strength just like isn't there, I guess. And it like hurts super bad if I try to like get underneath the ball pretty much while I'm throwing it. So I just throw it hard and straight pretty much. And then this game, I was just like, you know what? I'm bowling so bad. I'm just going to try throwing two-handed. Whatever. And I started throwing two-handed, and then I was like, oh, wait a second. Like, I got a couple of strikes. Not a strike every time, but I got a couple, you know. I was like, okay, maybe I'll try this. So I threw like a game and a half two-handed, and this lady just started losing her mind. She went and got the commissioner of the league, and he's like in the league. He's bowling down there, and she's freaking out. And albeit this was the third time that night that she had tried to get us like disqualified. First of all, she claimed that we had like the wrong bowlers. We put in fake averages and stuff, and we're like, no, like, it's hard to explain. I don't want to like dox the people on my team or whatever, but. So two people kind of have the same name, except one person's name is longer. But on the bowling alley, it only shows the first three letters. You know? So it'd be like if one person's name was like Bob and the other person's name was like Bobby. And they're like, no, look, Bob's bowling. You have it in for like a 140 average. Bob's average is like 220. You guys are cheating, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, no, it's Bobby. It just cuts the end off. And she couldn't get it. Went and got the commissioner, freaking out. For that earlier, that wasn't right after the first game when we beat him the first game because she bowled so bad. And then the second game, I don't even remember what was the other one. That we bowled out of order. She claimed we were bowling out of order or something. And then this one, so it was just ridiculous. So she's like, no, he didn't have his thumb in the thumb hole. They're disqualified for the whole whatever, you know. You got to cancel all their games. They have to forfeit and we win them all. And the commissioner's like, hey, like, this is halfway through the third game tonight and now you're saying something? Like, you can't really disqualify somebody if you know. So yeah. They ended up disqualifying the final game because that was when they seen it, and I was bowling two-handed with just my fingers in, and now so I was like, you know, I wasn't lying to him. I told him what had happened, and I'm like, but yeah, Karen's being Karen's, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she's a pretty bad person. Pretty bad person. Bowling with wrist and hand pain sounds like punishment. Yeah. It's not too bad anymore, though. I don't really have any wrist problems, really, when I bowl two-handed. So. But yeah, it's pretty much... I just couldn't get any rotation on it, literally at all, when I bowled one-handed. So it would just go perfectly. Dead nut straight. I still have two balls right now. Actually, I throw my spare ball one-handed, and I throw my first one two-handed. Because... with one hand, I literally can't do anything but throw it exactly perfectly straight. That's all I can do with it, so. Base blade? Nah. J-Rock said similar. He cut a couple fingers, cut through some tendons. Yeah. Yeah, I cut through right on top of my knuckle on my pointer finger. It was a injury at work. Hard to kind of explain how that happened, but I didn't cut all the way through, but it went like halfway through, and they had to go back because they're stretched so tight that if you cut even through half of it, those sides of it, like, you know. So they had to like just make a cut and open it up about an inch long and go back and grab the ends and kind of sew it back together. Polite, Phil. I'm usually polite. Usually polite. Unless you're some old wrinkly lady who fake tans all the time, but you're like 74. Not really 74. She's probably like 50, but she probably just smokes all the time and tans all the time, so she looks like she's 75. But and you try to get us disqualified multiple times in one day because you're just looking for anything to try to attempt to disqualify us for no reason. So you had to dip inserts. Yeah, I don't really know how much what that would do to help you or whatever. I don't know enough about bowling to really. But I see you say up earlier you have a like an off to the side thumb hole. I don't know. Should be legal, I guess. I don't really know. I think you can have any of the holes that you use with your fingers, so checks out. Marius says it's unfortunate how weak every character feels to Mosaic. Yeah, Mosaic is completely busted. It really needs to get removed from the game for sure. It's not that every other character is too weak, it's Mosaic is too strong. Because like this right here, this is T8 Chaos Sanctuary, like this isn't weak. That's, you know, Mosaic's just too strong is what it is. In my sweet Phil opinion. Lumrune, man, Lumrune's popping off, huh? 230, huh? 230. Galrune's apparently too. Oh, I was like, something doesn't... What did I forget to do over here? Good job, Phil. I didn't cuss her out even if she needed it. Well, I never said I didn't do that. I don't know what I said I did, but I may have swore at her a few times. The in-laws were swearing at her too, so that's fine. I mean, it's a bowling league. If you get upset with somebody, there's going to be curse words going on. You're in a bowling league. If you're happy, there's curse words everywhere. If you're unhappy, there's curse words everywhere. If you're just content, people are going to be swearing everywhere. You know, come on. Come on. Come on. That's how it is. How else could they fix it or nerf it? So Dooms, I'm probably pretty bad at that. Knowing how they should do something to rebalance something like that. I think they just need to get rid of it, to be honest. Personally, the way that I am, I don't think there's any problem with having some builds that are like much weaker than others. As long as they can do hell difficulty content, pretty much. I have no problem with like meme builds or something, you know, it depends what you want to off meta builds. I have no problem with it. The Lums could have made you a Ko already. True story. I don't even keep Ko runes anymore, to be honest. I keep Lem or higher. I don't even pick up Ko runes. Yeah, it is, Marius, it is true. They're not gonna do anything. There was rumors before that they were thinking about trying to do something with Mosaic, but yeah, who knows now, nowadays, probably not. intel on next season. Haven't heard nothing, but beginning of June. They don't usually announce it too long in advance. Maybe 10 days in advance or something. Little text over in the corner lets you know what happened with the identification. Dehumanized anomaly. Says Mosaic makes the wife's PS4 crash. They probably, I bet you they never even tested Mosaic on Diablo 4. I mean, to be honest, yeah, I bet you it never, even in its first form when it was a 50% chance with 2 claws, so 25 apiece. They probably never even tested it on a PS4. JB saying at least make the most powerful item cost a lot. Yeah, I mean, that's at least something, right? Like, if Mosaic is going to be that crazy powerful, at least make it have like a Cham and a Zod in it or something. If it's going to nuke the entire game. Carl, best base for Infinity. So if you're making your Infinity for an Act 2 Mercenary, which is most of the use, you definitely want an Ethereal base. And the 2 arguments that I've heard is either Ethereal Mancatcher or Ethereal Thresher for your Act 2 Mercenary. I'll be honest, usually any of the elite bases are probably fine to go with. Whether it's a Cryptic Poleaxe or a Thresher or maybe even a Giant Thresher. But if you make Infinity for your Act 2 Mercenary, you probably at least want to hold out to it, at minimum get an Ethereal one. It's enough of a damage difference that I think, you know, just, it's an expensive enough rune word, you might as well at least get him, whatever. So the argument for Mancatcher is because of the attack speed, that the Act 2 Mercenary is going to help you out the most going against something like this, that landing more crushing blows because of the attack speed difference, which this doesn't have, and I don't have any crushing blows, so you don't really see it chopping down. But landing more crushing blows actually leads you to do more DPS. Good old bone knife. That's the argument that I heard in an elaborate spreadsheet that I seen somebody do, so. CV, Sloppy Joe says, ooh. The only thing is CV, I know you get Ethereal, you get the lower requirements, and if you're high enough level, you're going to have enough strength no matter what. Just a small issue of it being, you can't use it until you're like level 93 or something, but. Make Mosaic Zod, Zod, Zod. Ooh. Nice. Is High Lords a keep or a trade? It depends if you need it. It's an item you can keep. High Lords is pretty much only used on melee characters, so if you don't plan on playing any melees, you can trade it for a better piece of gear to help out whatever character you want to use. I don't know how much nowadays, like at this point in a ladder or a non-ladder, how much you can really get for a High Lords. They're good and not super common, but they're also like not super uncommon, so I would not know the trade value on that, so. How much percent of game time do you really fight bosses and stuff? Well, it's just any monsters that have a higher life pool, but the thing is it doesn't really help you at all when you're not, you know, usually the damage on your mercenary shouldn't really be helping you at all if you have an end game build. Like, you should be killing stuff faster, right? So, like I said, this is an argument. I went ahead and made my Infinity back in the day, right after they made the change pretty much on single player here. So they made the change where you could make it in spears and pole arms instead of just pole arms. So I went ahead and made it in the man catcher. I heard the argument and I was like, okay, fine. I'll make it in the man catcher, I guess. And like I thought at the time, it's the same I think now, that realistically the damage on your mercenary isn't really an important aspect of your mercenary. It's all about the auras. Tyler, welcome in. Lego Mike says all the snacks gone, gotta go buy more. Nice. JV saying make mosaic spawn with like a range, like 40 to 50% chance of replenishing the charges. So people would have to try to re-roll their mosaics. Nice. I don't hate it. I'd rather just get rid of mosaic, but if they did something, I wouldn't mind that, I guess. People just cycling through mosaic rune sets, like their spirit sets, but except you're using a Mal and a Gull and then blasting it out with a Hell rune and then re-rolling it again and again and again. Ethereal Warpike for Infinity, maybe? I don't know that I've ever heard anyone do that. I'm sure somebody has. And I know it's a lot of damage, but I don't know that I've ever heard anyone go that route. Deprioritize treachery or run pits. I would do the Countess first, probably. It depends. I would do the Countess first, honestly. Blizzard Sorcerers, let's see, they're all immune to cold, though. If you're Blizzard, unless you get a Sunder Charm, which if you just finished Hell, you wouldn't have one yet for the first time. Honestly, I would do Andariel. If you're a single player, Andariel, Mephisto, and then Lower Cross running is what I would do. Unless you can, like, unlimitedly free respec, like I can on PC, like anyone can on PC, I should say. Then maybe, you know, run the Countess with a Nova Sorceress. Maybe, you know, switch up your builds and stuff. But if you're going strictly Blizzard, I would go Andariel, Mephisto, and Lower Cross super chest farming. So Janes, if you self-infinity, I don't have it here, but so Infinity has is it minus 54 lightning res on it? So that minus lightning res only works for monsters that are being killed by the person who has it equipped. And if you have it on your mercenary, that minus lightning res only works for against damage done by the mercenary, not by you. The actual thing that helps you out from having Infinity on your mercenary is the Conviction Aura. Conviction Aura applies to the monsters, and then it helps out the damage no matter who in your party it comes from. Which is, that level Conviction Aura is it minus 63 res? I forget how much it minuses, but if you self-wheel Infinity, you get the Conviction Aura and you get the minus res that's on Infinity. And then you can also throw on an Insight on your mercenary, which if you do Energy Shield Nova Sorceress, energy, aka mana, is your life. You essentially have super fast regenerating life by having the Insight on your mercenary while also getting the Conviction Aura and the huge minus lightning res. So it's like huge. Not to mention you can do the prayer. There's a whole synergy, there's a whole thing that goes on too. It's hard to explain or understand just explaining it one time to somebody who never heard about it, but if you have a prayer, Act 2 prayer mercenary, instead of cold you have prayer, you throw on an Insight, which has the meditation aura, and you throw on a Cure Helm. That's not bad. A Cure Helm that has the cleansing aura, which gets rid of poison and curses fast. those are actually synergies for prayer, so it actually makes the prayer work even better, which keeps your life up at, which you do lose life a little bit on Energy Shield Nova Sorceress. So it's a crazy, wacky interaction that kind of started happening now after some of the rebalancing. So it's a really, it's a cool thing. Tree's saying Stony Tomb's good for the Blizzard Sorceress. Yeah, true story. True story. Oh, Zeph and X, you were talking about it earlier. Finally happened. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Ooh. Goliath MFing along with the stream. Nice. Sounds like you're getting better luck than I am today. And a Lemrune. Oh, I mean a Jaw. Whatever, it's fine. SOJ, that's okay. But a Lemrune, let's go. Let's go. Congrats on the Lem. This isn't bad, but a little life, baby. I don't gold find much. I don't really need it now. I'm just gonna check it out. Change my mind. Oversized Pillow talking about the mosaic from earlier. He says regardless, pretty much he thinks they should just have one type of charge. Yeah, that's a pretty common one that people point to, that it's just too crazy to have everything going on. But even if it's just one, and I don't play it a ton, I could be off base. I don't play it at all because I know how overpowered it is, and I don't want to play this busted build that ruins the whole game for everybody. But just having those meteors all rain down when you're like kick, and then like level 45 meteors rain down, you know, that still is too much, you know, in my opinion. Bob says that Cure Merc for cheap quickly became your favorite. Yeah, I do use it quite a bit, and even if I'm on builds where I'm using Infinity, I'll sometimes even just throw like that Prayer Cure. Like if I don't need the Cold Aura, I'll throw on the Prayer Cure Mercenary, just because it's so convenient to like get rid of poison and curses and stuff faster. It does, your life does tick up, not crazy, but this is going up like 1 point a second. And it'll just go up like 30 points like a second or something, you know, over time, you know, that way you just don't have to worry about taking a potion here and there. Just a little convenience factor, nothing crazy. But yeah, I've been using it on a lot more stuff, to be honest. Well, if it's the most optimal this or that, I don't know, but it's more convenient, I feel. So oh, Grill, it's check the corner over there about the IDing. Tesla gonna be a great fit as Salty Panda for them Lions. Ooh. Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully he's not another oh shoot, what's his name? That one running back slash safety that they drafted in like the 3rd round last year, like the year before this last draft. And all he does is play special teams. They drafted him specifically to play special teams. I forget his name even now. Hopefully it doesn't end up a situation like that. And we got Tim Patrick marching out there again. Not that I like Tim Patrick, nice. He seems like a great, hardworking guy, but... Salesman said Prayer Merc goated for hardcore. Okay, alright. I could see that. Any of the rune words ladder only? Yeah, Mosaic. I think Mosaic and Cure are both ladder only. So all of those new helmet rune words... There's Cure, Bulwark, and whatever the other ones are called that nobody uses, really. Cure and Bulwark get used somewhat. Mosaic is ladder only, and I don't know. I forget what the next... There's one other, like, weapon rune word that's ladder only. I forget what it is, maybe. I can't remember. But it's, like, one that not many people use. Like, Mist or something. I can't remember for sure. Could be wrong. Oh, Metamorphosis. Okay. That's the other one. Gotcha. I was real off base on what the last one was there. Real off base. Salty Panda, I play ladder resets every season. I always have, always will. So I usually play for about a month. So ladder resets are every 4 months. So I play usually at least a month, sometimes two. So half the time online. But yeah. We'll even it out. We'll call it a third of the time online. Because it's probably not half. Pro Style said made first metamorphosis, stoked to use it on non-ladder. So you made one on ladder so you can use it on non-ladder? Nice. Good thinking. Planning ahead. Yeah, anyone who didn't know, if you can make... There are still these rune words on non-ladder, but you just can't like make them there. You make them on ladder, and then when your characters transfer from ladder to non-ladder at the end of a season, every item goes with them, so then you have those ladder-only rune words on non-ladder. Woo! Low! Let's go! I did want Tyrell's Might today, but it's all better now. I got that beautiful lem rune. Yeah. Am I overhyped about a lem rune? No, I am not. Exactly how hype each and every one of you should be every time a lem rune drops. Just letting you know. Let me see that lem rune. Ooh. Bow Sork using Mist and Enchant. The only thing with that is I think with the Enchant Sorceress, the one thing that helps it out the most is the exploding arrow on stuff. So it's less about the pierce and more about the exploding arrow, because your fire damage applies to everything that's hit by the explosion of the exploding arrow when you hit with the demon machine or whatever. So I don't know. It could still work good. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not an absolute expert on the bow enchant sorceress, but it might still work out reasonable depending on what else is on Mist. I don't even really know for sure. Why don't I pull it up, huh? What else do we got to do today? Okay. Oh, I'm over here because I was playing GeoGuessr last time, huh? Good old GeoGuessr. Whoop. Good old Rune Wizard. I think it's down here, right? Mist. Concentration aura, so boosting up your damage, your physical anyways. And hammers, I guess, if you have that. So yeah, it doesn't have anything exploding to spread the fire damage around. Yeah, I mean, maybe if you... I don't know. I don't think this would be as good of an option as Demon Machine. But I've never tried it. I've never heard of anybody trying it, so... Maybe Ice. Wait a second. You're a sorceress. Level 40 Blizzard. Oh, when you level up. Frost Nova on Striking. Strafe. Cold Mastery. It's got plus cold skill damage, minus cold res already. Oh my gosh. This thing would be so god tier. I'm joking. Maybe though. Maybe. Yeah, I feel like you kind of need the exploding. Let's go type. To separate it by... Where's... Not just weapon. I was seeing if there's any bows. I would be shocked that... It's not like I'm gonna ever discover something, you know, but... if any of the bows had like exploding arrow or something, or like just damage to demons and undead, no actual damage. So you could be like a faux bower. Decrepify and life tap on striking on both of them. Oh yeah, I forgot you can make missiles. Alright, I don't know why that just crossed my mind or slipped my mind. Good old ice, harmony, if you want to run faster. Edge bow if you want to level 15 thorns. Amp damage when struck on a brand bow. Legendary. 100% chance of bone spear on striking. It's interesting. But yeah. What website are you on? It's this one. I love this website for looking up rune words and stuff. What did I just do? That one. Rune Wizard. It's like the original, goated. I just like I like the way it looks, the way it Chris Pratt, yo, almost. I almost finished the grill today. Close. So. But yeah, looking at the time here and everything, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call her a day actually on the stream, get a couple things done. I don't know, maybe I'll work on that clip, trying to get that clip up. But yeah, appreciate y'all joining me. Unfortunately, didn't happen, but maybe next time, huh? Maybe next time. So with that being said, once again, appreciate you. Oh yeah, I do got to shout out all the Twitch Prime subs today and gifted membership super chats earlier. It's no joke. I am serious when I say this. I literally couldn't keep doing this without your guys' support, the channel memberships and super chat stuff. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Even just watching videos all the way to the end, hitting the like button, mega help out too. So yeah, peace out, fellas, and don't forget to keep on laying. Yeah.